Okay, let's dive into this. There's some pretty big news about Andrew and Tristan Tate. UK prosecutors have greenlit charges against them.
That's right. And we're talking rape and human trafficking charges
Yeah.
specifically. They were actually authorized last year, but it's all coming out now.
Right, and the source we're digging into today, this interview with journalist James Brewworth, who wrote Lost Boys, about the manosphere, he points out it's, what, 21 alleged defenses between them?
Yeah, 21. And the timing is interesting. These UK charges come after Bedfordshire police executed arrest warrants. But like you said, they're already dealing with a whole set of charges over in Romania.
Which they deny, yeah. And they're dual UK citizens, which adds another layer.
Definitely. Plus, you can't ignore their huge social media presence, that whole brand often labeled toxic masculinity.
Exactly. So our mission today, really, is to take Beworth's insights from this source you shared and just pull apart the key details, the dynamics he sees playing out right now.
Okay, so let's start with the legal side of things, because that's kind of the immediate blocker, according to the source. They're physically in Romania, dealing with the case there.
And Beworth is saying, essentially, that the Romanian process has to run its course first.
Pretty much, yeah. That case kicked off back in 2022. The journalist thinks a trial is likely this year, but, timelines are always a bit fuzzy.
So for the UK charges, what happens then? Does the source lay out the sequence?
It does. Basically, the thinking is only after everything wraps up in Romania, and who knows how long that'll take. It's already been a couple years.
Right.
Only then would they likely be extradited back to the UK to face those 21 charges. So the UK case is effectively on pause.
Okay, waiting on Romania. Wow.
Yeah.
And this legal maze isn't the only thing the source gets into, is it? There's this whole U.S. connection, the political side. They are dual citizens, after all.
Yeah, and this is where Beesworth shares some really eye-opening stuff. He reports that senior figures connected to the Trump administration apparently gave them some assistance.
Assistance, how? I remember the source mentioning they went to Florida back in February for about a month. Then they went back to Romania voluntarily.
Exactly. And the really specific detail Beesworth reports is that Trump's special envoy supposedly helped facilitate that trip.
Wow.
He even mentions a reported chat the envoy had with Russia's foreign minister at the Munich Security Conference, possibly linked to this. It suggests a level of political involvement that the source finds pretty notable.
That is quite something. But does Beworth think this means they'll just, get away with it all?
No, his take, at least as presented in the source, seems to be that even with that kind of reported help, avoiding consequences altogether is unlikely. Especially now you've got active cases in two countries, the UK and Romania.
And that connects to another point Beworth makes, right? About tensions within Republican circles. So some reported help from D.C., but then the source contrasts that with Florida Governor Ron